morning, everyone. Today I am going to finish all the topic about the biliary system, and we will do some MCQs that will be probably asked in your exam. That will be the probable MCQs that is often asked in the exam. Right? If you know these questions that I am presenting, then you can do up to 70%. 70% of the MCQs will be come from this MCQs. If you know it, then it will be very easier for you to get good marks. So these are the tentative, but these are the must probably or frequently asked questions in the exam. So try to attend or try to answer all these questions. If you have understood it, then you can easily answer the questions. It is very easy. Let's start it. Mixing wave of stomach. Mixing waves of stomach. It originates in the body of stomach, originates in the fundus of stomach, originates in incisura angularis, originates in any part of the stomach. Answer, which of this is the correct answer? Which one of this is the correct answer? Can anybody answer it? Mixing wave of stomach, that is BER. Mixing wave of stomach, that is BER. It originates in the fundus of stomach. Answer is B, fundus of stomach. Gastric emptying. These are the probable questions. So you have to learn by heart. If you learn these MCQs, then you can answer in your final exam. Up to 50% of the MCQs will come from this only. Gastric emptying is mainly regulated by. Gastric emptying is mainly regulated by. It is the neural reflex. It is the neural reflex. In infants, defecation often follows a meal. In infants, defecation often follows a meal. In infants, defecation often follows a meal. The cause of colonic contraction in this situation is. Answer is gastrocolic reflex. It is often asked in the exam, so you have to learn by heart. Gastrocolic reflex. In infants, defecation often occurs a meal, that is following a meal. The cause of colonic contraction in this situation is gastrocolic reflex. Mass movement of colon. Mass movement of colon would be abolished by. Mass movement of colon would be abolished, means it will be decreased by. Answer is the destruction of Auerbach plexus or destruction of the Meyenteric plexus. You have to know the functions of enteric nervous system. Enteric nervous system, it consists of two types of plexus. One is the Meyenteric plexus, another is the Meissner's plexus. Meyenteric plexus and Meissner's plexus. Meyenteric plexus, it is also called the Auerbach plexus, and Meissner's plexus is called the submucosal plexus. And function of Meyenteric plexus is the contraction of the GI intestine, or contraction of the intestine, or contraction of the wall of the intestine. Whereas Meissner's plexus, it helps in the secretion from the intestine. So mass movement in the colon would be abolished by if there is destruction of the Auerbach plexus. If there is no Meyenteric plexus, remember that if there is no Meyenteric plexus, then there will be no defecation. Then there will be difficulty in defecation. And if there is destruction in the Meyenteric plexus, then there will be difficulty in the defecation. So answer is D. Fifth, intestinal motility is decreased by. Intestinal motility is decreased by secretin. Yes, it is secretin. Gastrin, cholecystokinin, motility, it all increases the intestinal motility. From GI hormone, you have to learn at least three hormones, that is secretin, cholecystokinin, gastrin. Secretin, cholecystokinin, gastrin. You have to learn, or you have to know about detail about these hormones: secretin, gastrin, and cholecystokinin. Slow wave or BER. Slow wave or BER is maximum in. Slow wave or BER is maximum in ileum. Yes, it is ileum. In stomach it is 4. colon it is up to 6, rectum it is 2, colon 6, rectum 2, and so maximum it is in the ileum. Duodenum or ileum? Answer is B. Pacemaker of GIT is located in. It is the pyloric end of stomach. It is the pyloric end of stomach. And chyme is 8. Chyme is propelled forward in small intestine by. Chyme is propelled. Answer A is incorrect. Answer A is incorrect. Answer D is correct. Peristalsis. Peristalsis is correct. Migratory motor complex, it is incorrect. Migratory motor complex, simply it means that during interdigestive period, there is evacuation or there is emptying of the food content of the stomach. This is called migratory motor complex. So answer is D. Eye cell of duodenum secrete. Eye cell of duodenum secrete, it is cholecystokinin. Eye cell of duodenum secrete, cholecystokinin. S cell will secrete secretin. G cell will secrete gastrin. M cell will secrete motilin. Again, S cell will secrete secretin from the duodenum. G cell will secrete gastrin from the parenchyma of the stomach. Cholecystokinin. I cell will secrete cholecystokinin, that is from the duodenum. Motilin, it is also secreted from the duodenum. All are action of CCK except. All are action of CCK except.
C.
Answer is C. Answer is C. Increase gastric secretion. CCK does not help. CCK does not help in gastric secretion. It relaxes. Here, question you have to. All the action of CCK. All are the action of CCK except is the. It increases the gastric secretion. It does not increase the gastric secretion. But CCK, it relaxes lower esophageal sphincter. It increases the pancreatic secretion, causes gallbladder contraction. Function of CCK is the contraction of gallbladder. Another is it increases the secretion of pancreatic as well as hepatic secretion. CCK also relaxes the lower esophageal sphincter. 13. Fat in the duodenum. Fat in the duodenum of ileum. Fat stimulates. Answer is A. It stimulates gallbladder contraction because what fat will do that when fatty food come in contact with the duodenal mucosa, it will secrete cholecystokinin. Duodenal mucosa will secrete cholecystokinin, and this cholecystokinin will cause the contraction of gallbladder. So answer is A. Fat will secrete cholecystokinin, and cholecystokinin will cause the contraction of gallbladder. Meyenteric plexus is present in the muscularis externa. It is muscularis externa. And another is the Meissner's plexus. Meissner's plexus is present in the submucosal layer. And this meyenteric plexus is present between the circular and the longitudinal muscle. Question number 15. Gastric secretion are increased by all of the following except. Somatostatin. Histamine, vagal stimulation, gastrin, it all increases the gastric secretion. Histamine, vagal stimulation, and gastrin, it all increases the gastric secretion. But somatostatin, it decreases the gastric secretion. Question number 16. Most important stimulant for bile secretion is. It is bile salt. It is not the bile acid, but it is the bile salt. Bile salts are simply sodium and potassium salts of bile acid. Conjugated with glycine or the taurine. And these bile salts are the important stimulus for bile secretion. Again, bile salts are the sodium and potassium salts of bile acid conjugated with glycine or taurine. If it is cholecystokinin, then cholecystokinin will cause the, it is not A, but it is the answer is D. Question number 17. Which of the following secretion has a very high pH? This is also asked in the MCQs. Which of the following secretion has a very high pH?
B.
It is not gastric juice. Gastric juice has pH of 1 to 2. 1 to 2. It is the pancreatic juice. It has pH of 8. Pancreatic juice has pH of 8. Bile in the gallbladder has 7 to 8. Saliva, it is almost neutral, 7. So highest pH. So which of the following secretion has the very high pH? It is the pancreatic juice. Highest pH means alkaline in secretion. So maximum water reabsorption in the gastrointestinal tract occurs in the jejunum. You will be always confused. You will be always confused in the exam. So you have to learn this by heart. Maximum water reabsorption. Maximum water reabsorption in the gastrointestinal tract occurs in the jejunum. It is not the stomach, not the ileum, and not the colon. It is the jejunum. You have to learn by heart. Question number 19. Vitamin B12 is absorbed in ileum. Vitamin B12 is absorbed in ileum. It is also absorbed in jejunum, but maximum it is absorbed in ileum. And question 20. The following statement are true in relation to saliva, except that it. The following statement are true in relation to saliva, except that it. Answer is, it contains an enzyme which is essential for complete digestion of starch. And this answer C is it is not correct. Means function of saliva. You have to think about the function of saliva. Saliva, it digests only the boiled starch. It digests only the boiled starch. But in the question it is except. All are true except. So all are true, but answer C is, it is not correct. Means answer C is the, it contains an enzyme which is essential for complete digestion of starch. It does not completely digest the starch because it digests only boiled starch. So C is the correct answer. Has important saliva function of saliva is, has important lubricating action, and it helps in speech. These are all the functions of saliva. Except it contains an enzyme which is essential for complete digestion of starch, because it does not contain enzyme that completely digests the starch. It only digests the boiled starch. This is the difference between salivary amylase and the pancreatic amylase. Salivary amylase, it will digest only the boiled starch. It will only digest the boiled starch, whereas pancreatic amylase, it will digest unboiled starch also. Question number 21. Gastric emptying is promoted by. It is the decreased secretion of cholecystokinin. Gastric emptying is promoted by, and all are true. Here, gastric emptying is promoted by decreased secretion of cholecystokinin. These are for hyperosmolarity of duodenum giant, it is false. Presence of protein in the duodenum, false. Distension of duodenum, false. But decreased secretion of cholecystokinin, it is true. Choleritic are the substance which causes. Choleritic are the substance which cause increase in biliary secretion from the liver. Choleritic are the substance which cause increased biliary secretion from the liver. In the exam, you will be asked what do you mean by choleritic, and what do you mean by cholagogue. Choleritic. So choleritic are the example of bile salt. Choleratic are the example of bile salt. In the exam, in spite of choleratic, you may be asked bile salts. Biles are the substance which cause increased biliary secretion from the liver. And whereas contraction of gallbladder is caused by the cholecystokinin. Contraction of gallbladder is caused by the cholecystokinin. These are called the cholagogue. You will be always confused in the exam. What is choleratic and what is cholagogue? Bile salt. Choleratic are the bile salt that will increase biliary secretion from the liver, whereas cholagogue are the cholecystokinin that will cause contraction of gallbladder. 23. Cholagogue. Cholagogue are the substance. Cholagogue are the substance which cause. Cholagogues are the substance which cause gallbladder contraction. Gallbladder contraction, because cholagogues are example of cholecystokinin. Cholagogues are the cholecystokinin, and this cholecystokinin, it will cause the contraction of gallbladder. Which phase of swallowing process is involuntary? Which phase of swallowing process is involuntary? It is pharyngeal, osphageal. Pharyngeal and osphageal. Oral phase is voluntary. Oral phase is voluntary, whereas osphageal phase is involuntary. Only osphageal is not correct, or oral and pharyngeal is not correct. It is pharyngeal and osphageal phase is involuntary. Question 25. Failure to absorb bile salt. Failure to absorb bile salt in the distal ileum cause. Failure to absorb bile salt in the distal ileum cause watery diarrhea. Why it is watery diarrhea? Because if there is less amount of bile salt, then there will be deficient in the fat absorption. There will be deficient, or there will be malabsorption of nutrient, or there will be, if there is deficient amount of bile salt, then all the fat will be not digested. All the fat will be not digested, and this condition is called steatorrhea. This condition is called steatorrhea. Again, if there is ileal resection, or if there is any disease, in the ileum, then enterohepatic circulation of bile salt is defected. Then enterohepatic circulation of bile salt is hampered. So there will be deficient in the bile salt, and bile salts are important for digestion and absorption of fat, and bile salts are important for digestion and absorption of fat. If there is deficient in the bile salt, then there is deficient in the, or malabsorption of fat. So stool will contain more amount of fat. This is called steatorrhea. And bile salt, it also helps in the water reabsorption. So if there is no bile salts, then there will be no water reabsorption, and there will be watery diarrhea. So failure to absorb bile salt in the distal ileum cause watery diarrhea. 26. The usual causes of aganglionic megacolon. The usual causes of aganglionic megacolon or Hirschsprung's disease is, it is the congenital absence of myenteric plexus in the distal colon. It means that this question, it means that if there is this aganglionic megacolon, mega means large, mega means big, colon means colon is colon. So there are accumulation of fishes. In the colon. Aganglionic means no nerve, no ganglion supply. Means if there is no myenteric plexus. It means that if there is no myenteric plexus in the colon, then there will be accumulation of fishes in the colon. This is called Hirschsprung disease, and this is due to the congenital absence of myenteric plexus in the distal colon. As I have already said that myenteric plexus, it helps in the peristalsis. And contraction of the small intestine, large intestine. So if there is absence of meningeal plexus, then there will be no movement. There will be no motility in the large intestine as well as small intestine. So there will be accumulation of food. There will be accumulation of food, and this is called the aganglionic megacolon. So in the colon, there will be accumulation of fecal matter, and this is due to the congenital absence of meningeal plexus. If there is absence of meningeal plexus, there will be no intestinal movement. So answer is the D. Answer is D. It will be asked in your exam. The usual causes of aganglionic megacolon are Hirschsprung disease. It is the congenital absence of meningeal plexus in the distal colon. 27. Pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice rich in water and electrolyte but poor in enzyme is secreted in response to. It is secreted. I have repeated many times. Pancreatic juice rich in water and electrolytes but poor in enzyme is secreted in response to secretin. Pancreatic juice rich in water and electrolyte but poor in enzyme secretion in response to secretin. Why it is secretin? Secretin it will act on the ducts. Secretin it will act on the ducts and ductules to secrete water solution of sodium bicarbonate. Whereas cholecystokinin it will act on the acinar cell. Cholecystokinin it will act on the acinar cell to secrete enzymes. So if the question you can alter this question, you can change this question. I know. So for this question, answer is C, secretin. If it is of cholecystokinin, then cholecystokinin it will cause increase in enzyme secretion, but poor in water and electrolyte. 28. Eclasia cardia. Eclasia cardia is characterized by it is the accumulation of food in the oesophagus. It is the accumulation of food in the oesophagus. A person suffering from hyperacidity of peptic ulcer is relieved by. Question. A person suffering from hyperacidity of peptic ulcer is relieved by. It is due to A. It is due to answer is C. Both atropine as well as cimetidine. Atropine, what atropine will do that? Atropine will block the acetylcholine. Atropine will block the acetylcholine or parasympathetic stimulation. Whereas cimetidine will act on the S2 histamine blocker, S2 receptor. Cimetidine will act on the S2 receptor, where histamine will bind to the S2 receptor. So if there is more histamine, then more HCl will be produced. If there is more histamine, then more HCl will be produced. So answer is A and C. Another is you can also block the proton pump. That is hydrogen potassium ATPase pump. You can also block the proton pump. By which drug you can block the proton pump? By which drug you can block the proton pump? Omeprazole. Yes, it is the omeprazole that you can block the proton pump. So you can either block atropine or cimetidine. Cimetidine is the S2 receptor. Cimetidine is the it will act on the S2 receptor. It will block the S2 receptors. Parotid secretions are thin, watery, and serous. Parotid secretions are the thin, watery, and serous. There are three types of salivary glands. Parotid gland is the largest. Parotid, submandibular, and sublingual. Parotid, submandibular, and the sublingual. Parotid gland is the largest gland. 31. Cephalic phase of gastric secretion is primarily. Cephalic phase of gastric secretion is primarily under control of. It is the Vagal stimulation. Cephalic phase of gastric secretion is primarily under the control of vagal stimulation. Most important role will be the vagal stimulation for cephalic. There are three phases: cephalic phase, gastric phase, and intestinal phase. Cephalic phase, gastric phase, and the intestinal phase. In the cephalic phase, main role will be the vagal stimulation. 32. Gastric emptying time. Gastric emptying time is maximum for fat. It is the fat. Gastric emptying time is maximum for fat. Question 33. Which of the following ions are highly concentrated in the pancreatic juice? Which of the following ions are highly concentrated in the pancreatic juice? It is the bicarbonate. We have already said that which juice has the highest pH? It is the pancreatic juice, and pancreatic juice has highest content of bicarbonate, and this makes the alkaline, or this makes the high pH. Following are the features of obstructive jaundice. Following are the features of obstructive jaundice except. Following are the features of obstructive jaundice. Following are the features of obstructive jaundice except. Answer is D. Hemolysis. For obstructive jaundice, for hemolysis is the prehepatic jaundice. Prehepatic jaundice. For obstructive jaundice, there will be increased amount of conjugated bilirubin in the blood. For obstructive jaundice, there will be increased amount of conjugated bilirubin in the blood, because there is obstruction of bile flow. There is obstruction of bile flow in the duodenum. There is obstruction of bile flow, and this bile obstruction will caused by the stone, gallstone. This will call by the stone. This will block the flow of bile juice in the duodenum. So the bile will be backflow. Conjugated bilirubin will backflow into the blood, and in the blood there will be more amount of conjugated bilirubin. And since the bile cannot reach the duodenum, so the conjugated bilirubin cannot be converted into stercobilinogen, urobilinogen and stercobilinogen. So clay colored. So in obstructive jaundice there will be clay colored fatty stool, and bile pigment there will be bile pigment in the urine because of the conjugated bilirubin. And I have already said that conjugated bilirubin is water soluble, so it will appear in the urine. But unconjugated bilirubin, it does not appear in the urine, like in the hemolytic jaundice. Hemolytic jaundice, there will be unconjugated bilirubin, and this unconjugated bilirubin, it will bind to the albumin, and because of the large size, it cannot filter in the kidney. And there will be raised serum bilirubin. Raised serum bilirubin means there will be increased amount of conjugated bilirubin, because this conjugated bilirubin will backflow into the blood, and this causes the raised serum bilirubin. Question 35. The liver can synthesize following protein except. The liver can synthesize following protein except. Liver can synthesize albumin, globulin, fibrinogen, but it does not synthesize gamma globulin. Again, liver can synthesize albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. Globulin is also of three types: alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha globulin, gamma, alpha globulin, beta globulin are synthesized by the liver. Again, liver can synthesize all plasma proteins. Plasma proteins are albumin, globulin, albumin, globulin, fibrinogen. In globulin also, there are three types of globulin: alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha globulin, beta globulin are synthesized by the liver, whereas gamma globulin is not synthesized by the liver. This gamma globulin is synthesized from where? Kहाँबाट synthesized हुन्छ? Kuन cells? Plasma cells. Plasma cells will synthesize gamma globulin. So these are the most probable questions that will be asked in your exam. I have included very few questions in the hepatobiliary system. If I get the chance in the next class, then I will include more questions from the hepatobiliary system. Mainly from hepatobiliary system, you should know the important features of jaundice. You should be able to differentiate. You should be able to differentiate the types of jaundice: hemolytic jaundice, hepatocellular jaundice and the obstructive jaundice, and what type of bilirubin is seen in the blood, or what type of bilirubin is seen in the serum. For hemolytic jaundice, unconjugated bilirubin. For hepatocellular jaundice, both conjugated as well as unconjugated bilirubin is seen in the serum. Whereas for in the obstructive jaundice, only the conjugated bilirubin is seen in the serum. So, and one test we have done, that Vandenberg test. Vandenberg test, it is indirect positive for hemolytic jaundice, direct test for direct test for obstructive jaundice, and biphasic for hepatocellular jaundice. Okay, uh, these are the questions. These are the questions. You will just memorize it. It will be very helpful. It will be very helpful in your exam, because most of the questions will be from these questions only. The scheme of the question may be changed, but the answer remains the same. Okay, we are now going to end the meeting. Okay, best of luck, students. If you have any questions, you can ask me.